computer. Okay, now I have touched all the buttons that I'm responsible for so we can actually start our power plan. Although it is kind of 1 minute early, but I'm going to start anyway. What the heck? Hey, happy Sunday. Happy auto ship day. Happy daylight savings, whatever that really is supposed to mean day. All that stuff. So I don't know I know where some of you are, but it's almost 7 o'clock here and the sun is still up, which is very nice. But Mother Nature turned the temperature down today. So if she could get it together, I would super appreciate that. The wind today has been stupid. Okay, 7 p.m. All right, what's the weather like where you are? Tell me in the chat. Fill me in. Everyone's so quiet. Sunny and a tad chilly. All right, well, Sandra's off my list. Someone took Mother Nature off for sure. I actually just saw Samantha Cox. I don't know where they are for sure. I mean, in Arizona, obviously, but her daughter ran under this like thing at a water park where it dumped water on her. And I am so cold that just like watching it, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. It's all right. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. Okay, kids, let's get rolling because I try to do this as fast as possible on Sundays because I know it's a busy day for everybody. We are going to start off with the rate of run. We have now successfully completed 2 auto ships. We are officially 10 days into the month. So if you could log into your cloud, we are going to find out. Remember last week we talked about like how much you wanted to sell per day. Now we're going to see if you're getting close to that number or not. So right there on the main page of your home screen, you're going to scroll down past all the trackers. There's so many trackers right now. Go down to where you see it says business snapshot. It's a gray bar and there's a little arrow to the right. Click that little arrow. It'll drop down a box of information for you. You're going to see a green bar, an orange bar, and a gray bar. That's your 30, 60, and 90 PPA. So your new people, your new orders. Below that, you see the word qualifications. And in that chunk of information, there is a very important number. It's called your current QV. This is your current qualified volume. So this is how much volume you and everyone in your organization, your customers, their referrals, your promoters, their customers, everyone has sold so far this month. So you're going to take that dollar amount and you're going to divide it by 10 because it's the 10th day of the month. So now you're looking at a smaller number, but this is your average daily sales. Remember, it's average. It could be higher, it could be lower as the month goes, but this is what we're working with right now. So you're going to take that new number, you're going to multiply it by 31 because we have 31 days to look forward to this month. The new big giant number that you're looking at is what you are projected to end your month at. So it's not a guarantee, right? I wish that would be so awesome because then we could just all work really hard for 10 days and then take some time off. But it does give you some direction. And there are so many bonuses and things on the table right now that it is really good to have some direction. Like, are you headed in the right direction as far as your overall volume goes for maybe it's a rank advance bonus, maybe it's the trip, all that stuff. Now, rate of run is not going to help you with the daily bonus or the weekly bonus, but the daily's easiest. It is what it is for a day, but you could do that backwards, for the rank or for the, see, now I'm getting my bonuses confused for the weekly, because you know how much you have to do divided by 7 days, all that stuff. So anyway, I'm just a big fan of rate of run because I think it's really important in business to know your numbers, know where you are. You don't have any idea of how you're going to get to where you want to go if you don't know where you're starting from. Excuse me. The next thing I want to make sure I point out on the calendar for this upcoming week are the auto ships for the 15th. So I'm just gonna, darn it, I think I just logged myself out. Oh no, I'm still in there. Okay, so still in the cloud, only this time go all the way back up to the top to where you get to the 3 lines on the far right corner that take you to the main menu. You're gonna go to the My Team button. You're gonna go to My Customers, or you're not if you're My Computer and you're gonna do something weird. Okay, My Team, My Customers. All right, now at the top where it says customer name, customer number, email, scroll almost to the far right. It's the third from the very end column. It says next auto ship. Actually click on the words next auto ship twice. It's going to populate your auto ships, your upcoming auto ships for you by date. So you want to look and see who has a 315. Here's my pen. Okay, I have no idea what oh, there. Okay. You're going to write that person's name down or those people who, whatever if you've got one or you've got 32. If you have 32, please unmute and lead the Zoom and teach me all your ways. So you're going to write that person's name down. And unfortunately, it's only the 10th. So we still have 5 days until like, the auto ship. But I think this is a great way, like tonight, if you have time, or tomorrow on your list of reach outs, you can make sure that person's name on there so you can get started on the conversation with them about what's going on with their weekend. How are they feeling? What have they been going through? What's happening with them? Peek back at their old orders, see what they ordered last time, see what's on their auto ship this time. Is it the same as last time? They already get in there and tweak it. How many of you love when you log in and you see that somebody has actually tweaked their own auto ship? Like they've actually like changed their flavor or they switched. I'm like, oh my gosh, these people could do it. But then I get sad sometimes because I'm like, wait a second, she took 2 things off her auto ship. So it's got its good and bad. But this way, if you know what they're auto shipping, you can kind of get the conversation started. If you notice they've taken something off the auto ship, remember, it's not you. They're not mad at you. They're not like, oh my God, Thrive sucks. Maybe they just have extra left over from last month, or maybe they tried it last month and they didn't end up liking it. But that's a great place once you get the conversation started to be like, oh, I see this month you got your capsules and your DFT on, but you took the shakes off. Did you mean to do that? Or did you have a problem with the shakes? Maybe they didn't mean to do it. Maybe they think they're on there, or maybe they're like, yeah, they were disgusting. And then you can say, well, did you know we have 32 other flavors? Or is it 31? What's Baskin Robbins? 31 flavors? So anyway, get those conversations started ahead of time. The other thing I want to make sure I point out to you so that you can, because we're going to go over the upcoming bingo cards, but the things that won't show, well, there's one thing that doesn't show up on the upcoming bingo cards. Monday through Friday, we have the Wake Up and Win. It's 9 a.m. Eastern. It is a great opportunity for everyone to, oh, darn it. Sorry, I'm trying to be slick here. Getting ready. I was going to share my screen and you guys wouldn't know, but that's not panning out for me. That is a great time for you to get on and spend 1 hour with other leaders. I learn so much on those Wake Up and Wins. If you're like, Tammy, I have a job. I get it. They record them. They're on Susan Kaufman's YouTube. Now, I will say last week, some of them we don't know where they are for sure, but it was a different week. Okay. This is a new week. They should be back in the YouTube channel. But I just think it's a great way to stay close to the fire. Like, let's pretend you can't even do a whole hour of the recording, but maybe you can do 20 minutes. That's 20 minutes that you were right there in the fire with the leaders of this company, learning something, working your business. I have been a business owner since I was 26 years old. And I can promise you, having people work the business with you while it's still your own business is a blessing, because they help. You can take their experience and their knowledge and their success and learn from it versus having to always fail forward. Right? We're going to fail forward, but we can fail a lot less if we hang out with the leader. So anywho, that's just my plug. Okay. I want to get the link here. Okay. So I'm getting ready to put in the chat. That is the link to the March bingo cards. So if you don't have that link, copy that link and put it someplace safe. I'm trying like the dickens to have the bingo card done ahead of time so everybody can have them, so that you can not have to, be scrambling. So let's look at, I'm going to scoot you guys over here. I'm going to get rid of this. What is that? I don't want that. Okay. Can you guys see the March 11th bingo card? Okay. Thank you. All right. So we're just going to go through these and we're going to talk about any of them that I think might be a sticking point. Now, please remember, from this point on, when I'm sharing my screen with you, I can't really see all of you. So if you have a question, just unmute, just unmute, interrupt me and ask your question. Okay. All right, so Monday we're gonna create a post, no problem. Hero product, no problem. We're gonna share a link from an article on Lavelle's blog. Did you guys know that Lavelle had a blog? If you can't find it, go into your search engine and type in LE-VEL blog and search it. It'll pop up for you. We're gonna pick a training, create a social media post that reinforces your brand. As always, brand. You just want to make sure that you're circling back to your brand. What is it that you're all about? Who is it that you're trying to reach? We're going to do birthday messages and check our spam folder. I try to check my spam folder about at least once a month. Some months there's nothing there, and then other months there's like 4 missed messages. So it's really important to peek on those things. All right, so here's some of these things where you can start thinking ahead. You're going to create a reel showing part of your morning routine or your evening routine. So it could be making your bed, brushing your teeth, exercising. It could be taking your Thrive. It could be taking your dog for a walk. It could be prepping dinner. Like, what is something that's part of your morning or evening routine that you can just literally take your phone, prop it up on the countertop, prop it up on the nightstand while you make the bed. Make sure everything's covered. All right, you know what I mean? Prop it up on the kitchen counter when you're whipping up breakfast. Prop it up in the bathroom when you're brushing your teeth. These are, I know, like, it might seem weird, but it's those little behind the scenes things that people love. And by people, I mean me. I'm constantly watching those, like Day in the Life, Get Ready with Me, or whatever. I don't know why, but it's just something that we humans really like. So think about this. So tonight, when you go to crawl into bed, before you crawl into bed, you could literally go wash your face before bed. If you're using Thrive skincare, I would make sure you could see that in that video, right? You could pull the covers back for your bed. You could lay your devotional out. You could lay your book out, whatever it is you're going to do. You could lay your rest gel out or your gummies out, right? Or you could even get your Thrive set up next to a cup of water. Like, you go ahead and do all this tonight and have it ready. Like, it could all be filmed tonight. And then tomorrow you can throw it into CapCut and make a reel. The next one, create a reel focused on your brand. Check your camera roll to see what you've already got pics and videos of. The reason we say that is because if it's your brand, it's what you're already living your day-to-day life. So you most likely already have some pictures and videos that you've taken over the last week or 2 weeks or month, and they're already existing on your camera roll. They might even be archived stories. If you don't have something, if somebody's like, but I really didn't film anything last week that's in my brand, that's okay. Then film something new today. But the reason that we throw that in there is because that could be a real time saver for a lot of people. And if you don't have anything in your phone, and so let's say that you tell me you're all about raising ducks, but you don't have a single picture or a video of a duck, I'm going to look at you and be like, why aren't you capturing that? Right? Why aren't you, like right now, I'm all about decluttering. I'm on day 10 of 31. I don't know who the hell thought this was a good idea, but we're on day 10 of 31. There are videos of me decluttering stuff in my phone, right? So capture your life, capture these moments. You don't have to overthink things. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Thank goodness we don't have to do the lip syncing thing anymore. That was so freaking stressful. Now it's just literally documenting what you're doing on the day to day. So think about your brand and make sure you're catching clips, pictures, and videos of that. Share a link in an interesting article to one of your Facebook groups. Remember, your Facebook group should be brand oriented. So the article should be fairly easy for you to go find. Like I just said, if you're in a duck group and you're raising ducks, you could go find an article about the best incubator for ducks or the best baby duck feed. I don't know what a baby duck is called, but whatever, right? So those should be easy things for you to do. You're going to invite 2 people to your customer Facebook group. If you do not belong to a customer Facebook group yet, basically that is a group that exists in Facebook that is specifically designed for Thrive customers to be part of, so they can learn, they can grow, they can find out about new products, they can ask questions, they can get recipes, they can get support. If you're not in a group like that, reach up to your upline or your upline or upline. There is one that exists that you could be a part of. Now, we don't just put people in these groups, right? We don't just say, I don't just go in and add 32 people to my group. I send them a message. Hey, you and I were just talking this week. You said you've been trying to get that morning walk in every day. And I'm a part of this group on Facebook where we cheer one another on. We share healthy recipes. We talk about workout ideas. There is a lot of Thrive in there, but it's a whole lot more than that. Are you okay if I add you? Now, when we talk about third-party validation for like 3-way calls and stuff, having someone in the customer group is the ultimate third-party validation because they are going to see all the happy Thrivers talking about the Thrive, right? And the Thrive Life. So make sure you're in one of those. Sharing your story and update to your March passion project. If you're doing a passion project, this should be easy for you. I will discuss how I'm regretting my decision to declutter every single day. Not really, like I'm glad I'm doing it, but my gosh, got to do it again tomorrow. All right, moving on to the 12th. I'm only going to pick up things that are kind of different. Here's another one where you're going to create a reel. You're going to use 4 to 5 pictures or videos that you already have on your camera. It doesn't say it, and it should, so shame on me, but keep it in your brand. We'll have our Tuesday night rally, Zoom, creating a testimonial Tuesday social media post. Let someone else's experience speak for you. There's a lot of different ways to do this. You could go into the Lavelle fan page and you can find a testimonial that you think is amazing and you can share that. You can either copy and paste it and treat it as your own post, or you can share the post. I'm a big fan of copy and pasting it and treat it as my own because I want people to stay on my page. Another thing that you can do is go into those Facebook customer groups that we just talked about. Look for a post somewhere, maybe even search it by Testimonial Tuesday. I know our group specifically, we have Testimonial Tuesday posts where people have said why they Thrive or what Thrive did for them. You can literally go in there and screenshot those testimonies, and you can put those on Facebook. So lots of different ways to do it. Those are my two preferred. Send 4 thank you cards to customer accounts who ordered in the past 3 months or people in your life who deserve one. 4 thank you cards. It's easy peasy. It's quick. And maybe you're like, yeah, but Sally stopped ordering 3 months ago. All right, well, A, hopefully you're still keeping track of Sally. B, maybe Sally's got something going on in her life, right? Maybe this could be your chance to send her a card and be like, I'm so grateful for our friendship. I know you're going through XYZ, but if you ever need me, I'm here, right? A lot of times I think people are like, well, I only had 2 customers, so I'm only going to send 2 thank you cards. Okay, well, you have a lot of people in your life that support you in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just that they check on you or they send you funny memes every now and then, send them a thank you card. I'm a big believer in what you put out, you get back. All right, behind the scenes in your story, again, it's just little snippets of what you're doing, but this one does say use your face and voice. So when you see that, that means hold the phone up and talk into the phone. Let them hear your voice and let them see your face. That's how you build that know, like, and trust factor. Okay, you're going to pick 2 either past customers, maybe they fell off the Thrive wagon. Again, they don't hate you, they just stopped thriving. There's a big difference. Or existing customers, and you're going to send them a message offering them 2 sample packs for friends. You can do this any way, shape, or form you're comfortable with. I think it was Jennifer Zand who originally taught us the technique of saying that their account had been selected for 2 free for 2 free sample packs. Who do they know that, has trouble sleeping, or who do they know that wants to feel better, or who do they know working on weight loss goals right now? It's just kind of a neat way of saying, hey, I've got 2 packs. Instead of being like, I got 2 packs and I need 2 new customers. Can I get you some referrals? It's just a really great way of like, you've been selected. Like, you can give 2 friends, 2 people that you care, a sample of Thrive. Sorry, create a 1 minute or less story talking about, okay. So on your Instagram story, you're going to put the phone up to your face. You're going to talk into it. In less than 1 minute, you're going to tell people how it is free to promote Thrive. So remember, it's a story. It's less than a minute. You don't have to go through the details of like where you're going to log in, you're going to make an account, you're going to click this button, and you're going to, like, you don't have to do that. You can just say, you could actually just spend that minute talking about why you love that it's free to promote Thrive, right? Just something about how it's free. Maybe you could talk about how you are so happy that you joined a company that doesn't make you pay fees to be a part of it and doesn't make you pay for the website, right? Like, whatever would be appropriate for you, you can talk about that. But here's the kicker. You're going to add it to your Instagram highlight. So is there anyone on here who doesn't know what an Instagram highlight is? And remember, I can't see your faces, so just unmute.
I do, but I don't always know how to get it there.
Okay.
And then could we even talk maybe next Sunday about how to create your highlights?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So how to get it there. So you would go to your page, or I'm sorry, you would go to your story. And like, this is my story this morning of me opening up my nightstand and pulling out my Thrive. Down in the bottom, I have 3 dots. When I click that 3 dots, wait, have they changed this? Save, copy, hang on, my bad. Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, I gotta make it stop. Okay, so phones might be different, but at the bottom, this is already different than it was a month ago. I have a little Facebook button, which means I could share that story to Facebook, but it's already set up to do that. Next to that, it says highlight. It's a little heart with a circle around it on mine. Do you see that? So you would click the highlight button, and now it's going to say, which highlight do you want to add it to? I know you really probably can't see that, but it says, which highlight do you want to add it to? And you see those circles? Those are my highlights. So I have a highlight. I have one highlight that is called FAQ and one that is called Thrive Life. So let's say that you start off and you say, hey, I get asked a lot if it's free to promote Thrive. It absolutely is. This is why I love that, blah, blah, blah. That could be a frequently asked question. Maybe you get on and you say, maybe you're telling a story about how like you just did your taxes and your accountant can't believe that you don't have to pay any kind of yearly fee and that you're not being asked to pay for your website. That could be more of like a Thrive Life thing, right? Like you could change it up, like whatever's working for you, but that's how you do it. So you go into your actual story, look for the button that says highlight. If you don't see it on your screen right there, it used to be the 3 buttons and then it said add to highlight. So it could be an update to the app. It could be the phone. I'm not sure, but that was a great question. Okay, moving right along. Okay, on the 13th, we're going to check auto ships, which you're already ahead of that game because you were on here tonight. You're going to reach out to 4 potential or current customers and send them a link to an article you think they would find interesting. Remember, you know your customers or you know your potential customers because you've been chatting with them. What are you chatting about? Send them an article about it. And you guys, Google is your best friend. If somebody was telling me that, like, so for case in point, I have one customer, they do all that, like they restore Jeeps. So like when I think they go Jeeping, I think like they're like tearing up and getting muddy. She's like, no, 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 no. It's pristine, it's polished, it's in a showroom, like all that stuff. I know nothing about that, but Google does. And I can find an article and I can select my article by date so it's new. And I can just be like, this just popped up and it reminds me of what you said you guys do. Maybe this is helpful to you, right? Would you rather post? Again, anytime you ask a question on Facebook, you want to keep it within your brand, but a would you rather is pretty awesome. So like for me as a gardener, I might say, would you rather grow from seed or start from a nursery plant at the garden center? Right? You're going to get a lot of questions. If you are into chickens, and I'm not, so I don't know, but you might say, do you like this breed over this breed? Right? Or do you prefer to open the chicken coop every morning or do you have an automatic door? Like whatever, I'm making stuff up. But that's a great way to get your people talking. All right, we're going to create and share a reel from archive stories. Again, you guys, those are in your Instagram or your Facebook. Go to your profile, go to your menu, look for archive, and then just see what's there. I will say we were having a conversation in a chat. I mean, I don't even know what the chat is called at this point, but there was one of the girls was like, I feel like my story views have gone down. Is it because I'm a digital creator or whatever it's called? And I was like, I don't think so. I said, because my story views have gone down in the last couple of weeks, like drastically, like more than half. But you know what I'm doing with that? I'm just taking my stories and then sharing them also as a reel. Because it used to be like a few hundred people saw my story and now it's like 80, 50. So that means that there's a bunch of people not even seeing it. So why not make it a reel and make a bunch of people see it, right? So don't overthink those things. If you have an Instagram story, even if you just shared it yesterday, share it as a reel because a whole new group of people are going to see it. Oh, here's our favorite. We're going to go live on Facebook or Instagram. And in less than 3 minutes, you're going to share your updated Thrive Experience story. 3 minutes is a very short period of time, but here's why we do it this way. Number one, it can keep people's attention. Number two, if you do it in a manner that you save that recording, you can upload that to your Thrive Connect. Thrive Connect will take a 3 minute or less video. Why is it important to have a 3 minute or less video on your Thrive Connect? Because you can send that to people when they're like, I don't know, what about this Thrive stuff? What did you think about this Thrive stuff? You can just click, send that video off, right? Comment on a Facebook post and message. Okay, creator reel focus on Wi-Fi wealth and how you've created a business with your phone or computer. This could be you talking about how you do this on your lunch break in your car in the parking lot. This could be how you talk about how you do this at the soccer game at night while your kid is practicing. This could be for me, how sometimes I just sit in the living room in my comfy chair and I'm working away. Whatever it is that relates to you, right? Like I'm thinking of like Carolyn, she could be out playing with the chickens and she could literally be working her business. So the reason that we focus on this is so that people can truly see that you actually do just need a phone to do this business. You don't need anything else. And that for those of you that have jobs, in addition to this, like I used to not that long ago, I was always on my phone at work, on my breaks, working this business. And so people need to see that it actually can be done. Hero product. Behind the scenes story. Again, this is going to be of your evening because we share a lot of our morning, but this will be of our evening. Okay. Reshare a reel from the last few weeks into your stories. So this is the opposite of what I was just talking about. Now we're going to take a reel that we made and we're just going to pop it into our stories. To me, the easiest way to do that, because my Instagram and Facebook are connected, I go to my Instagram, I go through my reels, I look over the last couple weeks, I find a reel that maybe has some lower views, I share it into my story. There's a little arrow, right? You click on the video, there's a little arrow. From the arrow, it says, where do you want to send it? And I say, send to my story. And when I put it into my stories on Instagram, it automatically goes to my stories on Facebook. Okay. I've lost my place. Okay. Create a reel referencing your March passion project. Use your face and voice. Tell your viewer how it's going. So if you're not doing daily updates of your passion project, then this would be like a good check-in point for, because what is it? It's the 14th of the month. You could be like, gosh, we're almost halfway through the month and I have read a chapter every day, or I have gone on my morning walk every day, or I've skipped a couple of days because I wasn't feeling well, like whatever, right? This is just your chance to make sure that your people that are following along are still getting fed. Look through your most recent story viewer list and send a how are you doing type message to 5 of them. So this is simple. You just go through your story on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, wherever, look where the little eyeball is, click on it, see what names pop up, see who you haven't talked to in a while. And when you go from that point, so like, let's say I had a story about, I had one earlier, I was out in the greenhouse. If I click on the eyeballs now, and let's say that Sonia had seen my story, if I click on her as one of my story viewers, when it goes into her messenger, there's a little picture of that story. So I could be like, hey girl, I saw you were watching me in my greenhouse. What are you doing in yours this week? Or hey, I saw you were watching me in my greenhouse. I know it's too cold for you to ride your motorcycle. I hate that for you. How you been doing? Right? Or you don't even have to reference it, but just so you know, people will know it's not that weird that you're reaching out to them because it clearly shows that you watched their story. Does that make sense? Again, anybody have any questions, just unmute. Okay, follow up with your sample packs from last month, or if you don't have any sample packs out to follow up with, you can share a sample pack in your stories with your link. Remember, you've done this before, most likely. If you've done it before, you can literally just go into your archive stories and reshare it. If like me, you struggle and say things like happy Sunday, it's a beautiful Tuesday, I don't know why, but I'm stopping that. I'm learning to stop that so that I can have videos that I can put out any day of the week. Was it last week when we were supposed to do the VIP video? And I was like, oh, sweet, I've got that from the last time. Well, what did I talk about last time? Freaking Christmas money. So I couldn't use it. So just so you know, when you're doing these things, think ahead. Share a relatable meme in one of your Facebook groups. So again, relatable as it's going to be in your brand. The group is going to be in your brand. So it'll, just something that it could be funny or it could be touching or whatever, right? But it's relatable to the people in that group. We're going to talk into our stories about why we promote for Le-Vel. It could be product based or it could be money. You guys, if you want to talk about the fact that the product changed your life so much you couldn't imagine not sharing it with people, say it. If the product changed your life so much and you knew that it was so different from anything else that was ever out there, that you knew there was going to definitely be like lives impacted and money to be made, share it. It doesn't matter why you promote. Or I'm sorry, it doesn't matter why I promote. It matters why you promote. Like, you need to talk about why you promote. Do remember though, try to keep it under a minute. And guess what? That would make a great reel later in the week. Okay, let me speed it up here. I gotta go through the 16. Okay. 5 minutes, comment, birthday messages. Okay, down here where it says send birthday messages, send 3, 2, 1, at least 4 people. If you do not know what it means to 3, 2, 1 somebody, that means that you like 3 of their photos, you comment on 2 of the photos, and then you go into their story and you ask a question or leave a comment. Now, what do you do if somebody doesn't have a story? I still go to Messenger and I ask them a question about one of the photos. So for example, let's say, I'm going to use my sister, but you're going to see a lot of this, like spring break, right? When my sister just came back from spring break, she put all these pictures up. It would be very easy to go in and like 3 of them. It'd be very easy to go in and comment on too. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. Literally, she went to the place that we basically grew up, and I'm like, I didn't even know that that museum existed. Yeah, I don't know. What did you get at that new restaurant? Right. So then if I go to her story and there's nothing there, I could still go into her messenger at this point and be like, oh my gosh, I just saw all your pictures from spring break. It looks so awesome. Where did you guys stay? Right. So I'm going to keep my 3-2-1 is going to be all kind of about the same thing, but I'm going to ask a question when I get into messenger because I want to start a conversation. Now, notice I didn't say you could have paid for that vacation for free if you've been thriving and you know made enough money, or I didn't say you said that one day you guys were so tired after the beach. If you'd been thriving, I could have helped you. Like, I'm not saying don't say those things to people. That's horrible, and you'll definitely turn people off. Ask them how their vacation was. Where did they stay? What did they like the best? Get them talking about themselves. That's our whole job, really. Create a social media post that's funny or entertaining within your brand. It's Friday, have fun. You should be able to do that. Look through your most recent reels and posts. So earlier we did the how are you message to people that watched our stories. This time we're going to go back to posts and reels from earlier in the week. Behind the scenes, send 2 past, again, I'll be darned. We're doing that again. We're going to send 2 past customers an offer for samples. I must really be in the mood for samples this week. We're going to post a sample pack. Now, notice this one says post a sample pack on your feed. So that's actually on your wall, like whether it's your Instagram page or your Facebook page. It's not a story and it's not a reel. You're actually going in and you're making an offer of a sample pack on your feed. And when I say offer, maybe you do it for free. Maybe you sell them. Whatever you do, that's what you're going to throw out there. Use your face and the product in the picture, no graphics. So pretend this is a sample pack, right? Like whatever, or you could just be smiling with it. You want your face with it and you want to be holding the product, no company graphics. Why is it important that our face is with it? Well, because all we have done is share our face and voice, face and voice, face and voice, face and voice. People have got to know, like, and trust us. And now they see that face that they know, like, and trust holding something, right? Half the battle. Okay. Last bingo card for the week that you're going to get ready for. Create a reel that focuses on your brand, not Thrive. So for those of you that are still mainly your only thing you got going on is your Thrive brand, we're going to push you out of there. What is it about Thrive that you love so much that you can make a reel about, but not talking about Thrive? Comment, answer, follow up with 4 people by sending them a funny meme you think they would enjoy. Again, this is just people. I think that this is best done with either your like an auto shipper, maybe you haven't talked to in a while. But I think this is done really well with people you're trying to build relationships with. So like in my case, a lot of the people, when I first introduced myself to them, like, hey, why'd you follow me kind of thing, when they write back, they're like, well, I'm really getting into plants, or I really love gardening, blah, blah, blah. So then I know right away, like they would probably like a funny garden meme, right? And so that's just, I can just shoot them a little funny meme. If somebody's been following you because they like your recipes, or if somebody's been following you because they love your morning walks, find something funny about not, your dreaded morning walk, or find something funny about, a Pinterest fail, like how we would try a new recipe, but yet we would fail. Like just something like that they're going to like, because that's what you guys have talked about. Download one of the videos from the Lavelle Connect app and repurpose it as a story on Instagram. So when you go into the Lavelle Connect app, and I know we've gone over this before, but I feel like it's important. On the Lavelle Connect app, every time you open that app, you want to pull down on the app so that it updates, because it's constantly being updated. And then you're going to scroll down to where you see social assets. You're going to hit the see all button, and then scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll until you get down to the videos, because the first things that are going to pop up for you are the pictures. When you hit the video, what does it say to do? I forget. Download one of the, so it's just any of the Lavelle videos. It could be about anything you're into. Maybe you are maybe you're detoxing right now or getting ready to detox. They've got detox videos. Maybe you're into the skincare. They've got that. Maybe you're using Move Pro. Maybe you're using Elite. Maybe you're loving your Rebuild, whatever. They got all these videos, right? So you pick a video that you like, and then all you got to do is click download. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. But anyway, there's just a button. It says download. From there, mine asks me what does it say? If I want to do it offline or to my device. I always say to my device because I need it on my phone. But it will take a clean copy of that video and put it on your phone. So now you have that video. you can put that video in your stories. And once you're in, now you're just back in Instagram stories like regular, right? Like, you know how to handle that life. Upload that video into your stories. Now you can put your link on there. You can put, a GIF, whatever, something that goes with it. But it's just a good quality video that you didn't have to make that you get to share. Create an interactive social media post, fill in the blank, get people talking. So fill in the blank. My favorite, what is Easter? My favorite Easter candy is, like, I couldn't think of what holiday. My favorite cut flower is, my favorite way to, I don't know. Oh, my dogs are fighting. My favorite way to make chicken is, like, just get people filled. Everyone has an opinion. They want to tell you. Find a replay from a training that you missed and watch it and take notes. We threw this in on a Saturday because this way, when you've gone all week and you've been really busy, now you have hopefully a little more time. And then the last thing I want to cover real quick is using ChatGPT. Have it create 10 post ideas for your ideal client and batch at least 3 of them. Again, keep in mind, this is a Saturday card. Our hope is that on Saturday, you've got a little more time. And I know some of you are laughing because you don't, but now you know it's on there. So you could do it on Wednesday afternoon if that's when you have your time. But basically, it's going into ChatGPT and saying, hey, ChatGPT, give me 10 options of a Facebook post that would fit my ideal client's pain point of sleeping better, of having more energy, of losing a little weight. Get those 10 ideas. From 10, hopefully at least 3 are pretty good. And they could be thought starters for you, to where you could literally write up your caption, save it in your notes on your phone. And then when the day comes that you need that, which I think it was Monday and Wednesday, you've already got 2 of them done. Right? So I know that you guys can read, and I hope you're not offended that we go over these bingo cards. But I think it's important to think ahead and make sure that you know, like, what that means. So, like, when it says to download a video from the Lavelle Connect app, I want you to really know that you're in the Lavelle Connect app. Does anybody have any questions over anything we went over? Any questions about anything going on in your Lavelle life? So, like, today is the last day for the most recent promo, which I literally just called it that because I'm blanking. It's for the 150. Oh, shoot. Okay. It's for the first time customers or promoters with free shipping and a free DFT on orders of $150 or more. They have to use the promo code THRIVE. That ends tonight. Anybody have anything else? All of the Zooms, all of the huddles, all of the skill. Oh, I'm going to have to change the skill of days, maybe not for her and I, because we changed that schedule. Let me make myself a note. All of that stuff is on your bingo cards. Like I said, the power plans Monday through Friday are not. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for those. If you have the ability to be on, they are really, really helpful. And like I said, if you don't, you can just catch the recording. When I first started doing power plans as a participant, I didn't really like them because they didn't start until 9 o'clock in the morning. And if you know me, that's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I've already got stuff done. So what I've done now is that I am on there and I am listening and I am learning. And so I may actually be working on something else while it's happening, but I am picking up what they're saying. And when somebody throws out a script, I am copying and pasting that. So even if you're like, yeah, but I don't need to do the power plan because I've already done my post for the day, I've already done my bingo card for the day. Maybe you did, but how you treated a bingo square, somebody else might be like, oh, here's how I did it. And you might be like, oh my gosh, freaking genius. Right. So you're going to learn stuff along the way. So even if you're not, when they say spend 5 minutes asking questions and you're like, we already did that for the day, then that's okay. Maybe you can pay your dentist bill. These are just things I do. Right. But somebody's going to say something. You're going to learn something. I have not gotten off the power plan and not learned something. Sometimes it's even something like, did you know that if you click this button in Instagram, you can find these words? Like, I don't know. We have a wealth of knowledge that I don't know how to bottle it up and give it to everybody. So even if you can't participate, like maybe you're driving home from work and you can't really participate, you can still listen. You're still probably going to pick something up, right? It's going to give you an idea. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on those. And I went 10 minutes over. So sorry. Oh, wait, praise. Gwen just texted me and wants to talk first. Oh, fabulous. Okay. All right, guys, I will see you next Sunday, and some of you I'll see tomorrow. Bye.